I believe that I owe you an explanation. I think I messed up. It's been 3 weeks with no video, no update, nothing on the Mini Cooper project. The reason is sitting right here on this engine stand. I have timed the engine. I fitted the flywheel. I've done everything by the book, 50 and a further 180. And then I tried to spin the engine. Something was stuck. I have pushed harder. It turned very, very hard. Then it just stopped again. And I have noticed that the timing on the exhaust side, it was off by a few teeth. I didn't know what to say, so I just locked up the garage and I went home. That was about 3 weeks ago. Today, I am going to show you exactly what I found and what I think it went wrong. Looking back now, there was a warning sign that I should have read better. When I was fitting the cam's locking tool in place, I've tried spinning the camshafts, and like you will see in a minute on my other cylinder head, it should spin nice and freely with pretty much no effort whatsoever. But on this head, it wasn't the case. It was really, really hard to spin. Why is this not spinning? But I was thinking that's how it should be. Remember, I'm not a professional mechanic. I never done this before. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. So I just pushed through. I've lifted the engine back on the crane and I have turned the camshaft. I probably shouldn't have done that. I have bought this car with 2 engines, both of them were blown. The camshafts on the second head, they spin freely with almost no effort, like I will show you in a minute. This is what this head should have felt like. The resistance I found when trying to spin this initially, it should have told me something, but I just didn't listen. I came back last week and I started looking at the engine with fresh eyes. My frustration was gone and I started to feel a little bit better knowing that, again, I'm not a mechanic. I came back and I inspected the cylinder head and I have noticed once I push down, the valves don't return to their initial position. So I can pretty much remove some tappets by hand, which it shouldn't happen. Like this. I've just removed this one while talking to the camera. That means the valves are stuck open. So my guess is something is warped. And I believe it might be the actual head. Thinking about it now, even when I fitted the camshafts, when I slotted them in, they weren't sitting right. I had to put some torque on them to get them in place. So I assume there was something wrong to start with. I don't think I've caused any damage. If you've seen this issue before, or if you know what might cause it, please leave it in the comment down below. I will read through all the comments because I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. I will most likely clean the other head and I will fit it to the engine, but I would really like to know what might have caused this issue that I'm having. Probably I should put this tappet back now. Job done. On a good cylinder head, this is not possible. If this were loose, they would just bounce out of place while driving. I have a second head. This head is from the original engine. And when I spin that, I'll show you. So here is my second cylinder head, 27mm spanner. Let's see if we can spin this camshaft. Look, absolutely no problems. Nice and easy. Again, just spins. And all the tappets are touching the cams. While on this head, there are some serious gaps. And I can pretty much just lift up the tappets. This shouldn't have happened. And when I'm trying to spin the camshafts, I have removed this sprocket here. I left everything as it was just to test it out. On the vanos, the chain is loose, so it should spin. So the chain should slide on this surface here. Look, I am pushing the stand. I'm lifting it off the ground. And the camshaft is not spinning. I have torqued it to the right spec, and I have added plenty of assembly lube in. So something is wrong. Same with the vanos side. I am pulling as hard as I can on this spanner. This is not going anywhere. So yeah. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? What do you think that might have caused this issue? So the plan is simple. Clean the second cylinder head, buy new cylinder head bolts. Remember, they are stretch to yield bolts. Refit it to the engine and try to time the engine again. The block is fine, the bottom end is fine. It is just the cylinder head that needs changing. So here is this side. There is some carbon buildup, but it's not as bad. There's a couple of valves that are not seated right. So I assume there is buildup on the back of the valves. But like I said, I got some good tips from you guys in the comments, which I'm definitely going to use to make this easy work. I'll be honest with you. When I've noticed that I can't spin the engine, and I've noticed all these gaps between the camshaft and the tappets, and I could pull some tappets out by hand, I was really frustrated. It took a long time to put this engine together, and I wasn't very happy. It just seemed like I've done all this work for nothing. I was really disappointed. I spent weeks building this engine, and I spent days cleaning and prepping this cylinder head. I've done all of it. I've done valve lapping, cleaning all the carbon buildup. Everything seemed to be for nothing. But at the end of the day, it's not for nothing. I have learned a lot by doing this. I was really disappointed. But like I said, coming back with fresh eyes, after giving myself some time to think about the problem, this is exactly what this channel is about. I'm not a professional mechanic. I'm just a guy with some tools. I have made a mistake, and I have found it before putting this engine back in the car. So there's still time to save all this project. In the next video in the mini series Project Sunseeker series, I will clean the second cylinder head and I will fit it back to the engine, and then I will time it. And hopefully this time everything goes according to plan. Don't forget to drop your opinion down below in the comment sections. And if you'd like to see the progress on this project, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.